Streetbeefs, welcome to the Scrapyard. Fire Chicken here. It's a Halloween event, you know. It's got to get in the spirit. Oh, so how y'all doing? I got a lot to talk about tonight. I got a whole list of topics to talk about. I'm gonna wait until you guys get in here, and we'll go from there. Make sure you let your presence be known. You know, say something when you get in here. I know you're here. Hey, Harley Quinn, what's up? How you doing? Familiar face. Let's see. Do you have to have an ID to fight? You got to be over 18. So if it's questionable, yes, we usually ask for ID. So Derek Benford, Gimp, what is up? I've been missing you, bro. I've been missing you. This is our OG referee, Derek Benford, aka the Gimp. He has been with us since the very beginning, and shout out to you, bro. Illuminate the State, what is up? Good to see you. Harley, I'm good. How are you? I enjoy doing these. You know what? I really like talking to you guys, especially when you come in here. And Too Explosive. Hey, guess what? I'm working on your fight. Okay. Your fight will go out tomorrow, Too Explosive, but I'm just in the middle of editing it, so I don't want to edit it. I don't want to edit it while I'm doing this. I get off track and drift off and all that. So, Tiger Dragon, what is up? Yeah. So, Too Explosive, what happened with your fight? It's nothing bad at all. Oh, I wanted to give you guys my show you guys what I'm wearing today. So I got my Hawaii Sasquatch shirt on. I went to Hawaii about 3 weeks ago, I'd say. Had a lot of fun. Went to Oahu. But anyway, so what happened with your fight was I drug all the fights from the memory card over to my desktop PC, and I must not have selected like your fight and a couple others, so they didn't get put on my computer. So I start like editing the fights and everything. What's up, Coco? Start editing the fights, and I'm like, you message me, and I'm like, wait a minute, you did have a fight, and then so I had to go, okay, yeah, so we're just gonna hide this user on this channel because you are just a troll. Bye, Coco. So, anyway, so I was like, yeah, you know what? You did fight, and, you know, it was a good, quick match, MMA. So, yes, I got that one, and I think the other one was the Viking Warrior fight, but they're on my computer now. Like I said, I'm in the middle of editing them, so we're all good. Yeah, spammer. You know what? When you advertise to everybody that you're going live, you get people that do that. Fight Team 206, what is up? Nice to see you in the chat tonight. You do get the haters too. But what I did was I made it so you had to be a subscriber to the channel to comment. So whoever that Coco Boom was, they actually went, subscribed to my channel just so they could spam it, which is impressive. Great job. That lasted all but 5 seconds. I got a private message here. So that might be the link to my live stream here. Yeah, it is, but it's flattering too, the fact that people go out of their way to try to disrupt the chat, and I don't know. I've had people literally change the name of their profile just to mess with me. That was actually pretty good. I almost didn't want to ban that person because it was so funny. But oh, dude, don't do this to me, fight team. Don't do this. You gotta. I gotta know. I gotta talk to these guys because. What's up, Keanu? I want, so, okay, first off, you know what? I'm going to skip ahead. I got my itinerary, which is all my chat topics and everything. I got a lot of good stuff on here. But one of the things that we were going to talk about was the West Coast invasion of the Scrapyard. So if y'all didn't know, it's been a trend. You should be fighting too. Yes. Sunshine in the house. Chat is not complete without Sunshine. So this is a trend that's been happening lately. We had a little invasion into Virginia this year in June. June, yeah. We took a few of our fighters over there: Doughboy, Viking Warrior, me, Anomaly, Illuminate the State. A couple more. Sorry. Can't remember like 3 things at a time. Anyway, we all went over there and we fought, some really tough people, and we called it the Scrapyard Invasion. And it was basically the first time anything like that had really happened. I know it was on a smaller scale. Well, West Coast went out and they invaded recently. So I feel like it kind of started a trend. And I love it because what it's doing is it's bringing together the different branches of Streetbeefs. We're all one family. We should be united. We should be more united. And stuff like this brings us all together. If you watch all the fights and I'm going to get into that. I'm going to talk about the different fights and everything from the West Coast invasion, what my thoughts on those, but that's later. But, it helps meet people that you never got a chance to meet before. Fight these matchups that never would happen before because of distance. So anyway, the West Coast is invading the Scrapyard in May of 2022. So, I'm just going to talk about some of our fighters that are going to be fighting on it. And I'll talk about, I'm sure they're going to bring their best. They're going to bring 619, their Walk Lobster, Widow. They're gonna bring everybody, and we're gonna put up a defense. We're gonna have some good fighters. We're gonna Viking Warrior, the Real Lion. Canadian's gonna represent us. Juan Hernandez, the Karate Gandalf's gonna represent us by fighting their heavyweight champ. I'm just kidding. But I am looking forward to you fighting this month, Juan. Karate Gandalf, me man, what is up? Anyway, so this is going to be off the hook. These guys are all coming up, and Shinigami says he's probably going to come up. Let's see. There's 2 people I would do a matchup against, boxing matches, and I'll talk about that later, maybe closer to the event. Yes, so we are close to the West Coast. They just got to hop on a quick plane and jump up here. It's not very far. It's going to be a lot easier than the East Coast invasion. It's only going to run the guys like $150 each to get up here. So I am so looking forward to this. I want to meet a whole bunch of these guys. After party. What MMA guys do you have? Oh, let's see. What MMA guys do they have? Man, you know what? I gotta talk to Martin and Alex about that because they got plenty. But Jay Godden, by the way, I'm hoping that you're representing us and you're gonna take a match and all that stuff. You'll be in Juan Karate Gandalf in May. And I hope Gimp, our referee's there. I'm hoping we got some other guys to come up too that'll referee. I like seeing Shinigami getting there and referee. Whoever else referees down in the West Coast group. So 200 pounds. Yes. Oh yeah, they got people. I'll do grappling matches too at the West Coast invasion. I saw somebody that I want to do a grappling match against, and I'm not one to call out, but Walk Lobster, let's do it. Let's do a BJJ match. I know you're down. You look like you're pretty good, so I might be biting off more than I could chew, but Hey. All right. So, West Coast Invasion, May 21st, 2022. It's going to be huge. Heart in the Fight's going to be there. I'm hoping we can get Overtime Hustling to come out too. I'd like those two groups to be involved with it. Sunshine, thank you. We want to advertise this. We want to get this thing going. I do want to say, I want to do another invasion to the OG branch this year. Next year, I'm sorry. So sometime next year, I want to hit up the OG branch again, and I want to bring a bigger group, maybe even some West Coast guys, you know, and we'll go over there and have another East versus West thing. So Scorpio's 50-50 on May. Hey, you know, you get as many as you can in before then. If you can't do May, you know, I would like fighters to come out and maybe get one in on most cases, to get one in before May. I'm thinking, so I'm not for sure, but I'm going to throw some names out there of our guys that we might have representing the Scrapyard. So I'm thinking we got Real Lion. I'm thinking we got Viking Warrior, Jay Gotham, Crazy Legs, Simo, Epic Tan, and Too Explosive, Scotty Showtime, Pookie, Pony Boy, possibly those guys. Doughboy, if he can get out here, that would be cool. Illuminate the State. I'm hoping that the Canadian said he would too. Yeah. So we got a bunch of fighters, and they're going to want to fight in it. So you missed it all, Morningstar. You're just going to have to go back and watch it. They're having a West Coast Invasion coming up on the May 21st, 2022. So they're going to come up, and we're going to put our best guys up against their best guys. But if you are wanting to fight on that, you need to get out here and consistently do some fights and get on our active roster, basically. I got somebody interested if you want to fight this month, Morningstar, but he said you only want to do kickboxing. It's hard to find people that want to do specifically kickboxing, but I do have the Terrifier. He is heavyweight MMA. Oh, yeah, OFA. That's awesome. Any advice? Spar. Get a lot of sparring in. Ask your coach. Ask your coach for advice, but congrats, Derek, on your 8-month membership. Actually, Morningstar, if Shinigami makes it up, he's going to be fighting the Destroyer. That's the matchup that we're trying to get for him. They do have a lot of heavyweights over there, bigger heavyweights. No, we're on the West Coast, but Streetbeefs West Coast is the name of their branch. It just means that actually they're not even on the West Coast anymore, which is ironic. Anyway, we're on the West Coast. We are in Washington State. Yes, 12-ounce gloves for $189. Unless your opponent wants to do heavier gloves or lighter gloves, or actually heavier gloves, then as long as you agree on it. But anyway, so we're on the West Coast. We're in Washington State. Streetbeefs West Coast is actually in Arizona, Nevada. I think those two states. And then you got Dirty South, which is like a combination of Texas Anarchy and Nasty Natives, and I think they do their stuff in Texas, I think specifically. Oh, Yeetus, we didn't start until like July, and it was really low key then. We were just starting out. Maybe, you know what, it might be made out of pool noodles, but you know, the Tampa thing's just starting out, and if you go back and look at our fights when we first started out, I used basically pool noodles. Why can't I say that word tonight? Pool noodles. Pool noodles. I can't talk. Um, yeah. But we do represent Canada too. Yeah. Well, the Canadian. He's not actually from Canada. Sir Yidis, I will get to that. It is on my list of things to talk about, and I did watch the fight, and I got some stuff to talk about. Okay, so anyway, that's basically it with the West Coast invasion. There will be matchmaking. All the matches for the West Coast guys are going to be made up ahead of time, so we're not just going to do the at the event kind of sign up thing. That's not going to work. When people travel, we like to get people 100% no shit signups matched up. So that's what's going to happen with that. I couldn't be any more excited about this. This is how I felt going over to Virginia for that invasion, but like even more so. So, what do you think of Israel Lasagna and Conor McGregor? Also, sorry for asking so many questions. So Conor, I actually think Conor was a better fighter back when he first started, when he used to use more kicks and he was kind of more of that karate style. He just did better in his fights. He got into boxing and his hands got better, but he didn't get better in his fights. He actually got worse. So Conor, I think he's all about the money now, and I don't think his heart is quite in it. I should be back in November or December to fight, hopefully, with my man Doughboy. That's awesome, Illuminate. Can't wait to see you. So I'm going to go through my list now, and I hope you guys just stay engaged and keep asking questions. I'll break away from what I'm doing and answer your questions. Oh, you want to know what I thought of Israel Lasagna? So I think he's one of the best middleweights of all time. I don't know if he's quite up Anderson Silva level, but he is definitely one of the best of all time. I don't know if he should retire. But if his heart's not in it, you know what? Maybe he should. But if he's in it for the money, why not do some boxing? Go over there and do some celebrity boxing matches. Go fight Jake Paul. All right. Signups. Okay, so signups are looking pretty good in the Scrapyard group for the October 23rd event, which is our spooky event, Halloween themed, right? I didn't want to put it right before Halloween because too many people have family and kids and stuff, and you know they don't want to they want to spend time with their kids and take them out trick or treating. So, what's the most weight above my? We don't have weight classes. What we do is we match up generally within 10 pounds, but heavyweight's a little different. Like that's kind of open. So if you're kind of a bigger guy, you probably just get matched up with somebody within 20 pounds. But anyway, signups are looking good, but we could use more, you know. I want this event to be really, really great because we're going to have some special stuff at this event. I'm thinking, and let me know what you think about. Actually, we're just talking about signups right now. I'll get to the spooky event in a minute. So anyway, signups. I could use a heavyweight for MMA. And that would be against the Terrifier. So, what else? Females, sign up to fight. We've never had a girl-on-girl fight, so. Let's see. They let some people fight at 333 pounds. Yeah, some people. Oh, Scorpio, you're awesome. But we've never had a girl-on-girl fight. But we would love to have that. So anyway, that's our sign-up situation right now. To sign up to fight, you go to our Facebook group and you go to the events section. Yeah, we don't allow hair pulling, you know. You want to be a level 2. Don't worry about your levels, man. It's the worst thing in the world when people do that. When they're like, I went out and had a fight and I won. So now I'm a level 2. I went out and fought. Now I'm a level 3. That's not how it works, guys. That's not how it works at all. What is a level 2 fighter specs? Okay. Let me take it down to level 1. Say you have never fought anywhere, maybe a street fight or two. You've never even you've never trained at a gym. You're maybe a little bit, but maybe some karate. You're really, really inexperienced. Yeah, we could do that, Morningstar. Yes, I think that would work. Anyway, so I think I got somebody for you, Scorpio. So anyway, so if you're level 1, you're really low experienced. You don't know how to keep your hands up, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we always try to match within a level of each other. Like I don't put a level 1 guy up against a level 3 guy. Not, but some people go on there and they say they're a level 3, but they're not a level 3. Or some people are a level 3 and they say they're a level 1. So honesty is very important. Level 2 is you've got some training at a gym. Maybe you've been training at a gym for 6 months, but you've maybe had a couple maybe you've had some street fights and stuff in the past. It's just more experience than the level 1. So you got some training, basically. You know how to keep your hands up. Maybe a couple combos and stuff. A level 3, that's a guy that's got some sanctioned fights, that's been out there, MMA or boxing or whatever. He's gotten in the ring with an opponent and he knows what that takes. Level 4 is a highly experienced sanctioned fighter. And level 5 is almost pro, because we don't let pro fighters fight. So a level 5 is, I don't even know who I'd put as a level 5. I'd say Viking Warrior, maybe. I don't know. I don't think he considers himself a level 5. I don't know. It's just somebody that's had a ton of experience in sanctioned fights and they're ready to go pro. Maybe. Nerd Rage. Nerd Rage might be a level 5. He put himself down as a level 4, but I think it's because he wasn't in the kind of shape that he wanted to be in. But that's another thing is too what type of shape you're in. So that could change things too. Solo's a level 5. We should just rename it to the Preacher's Son level. Okay, yeah. I like that. Let's see. Let's see. What did Tim say? I saw it up here. Level 2 Prestige Masterclass Fighter here. Matt, we could even match up with Masterclass. I mean, I'm almost there. But yeah, we could do. We never had anybody say I specifically want to fight, Masterclass. But then we got Anomaly, who would be the master class. Yeah, but he's out there fighting 20-year-olds. He beats them and then he trains them. Shout out to Anomaly, you're awesome, man. Is bare knuckle boxing welcome? No, we don't do bare knuckle out here. I would consider doing MMA glove boxing. I don't see a problem with that, but that's going to be the lowest weight gloves. I don't want to do just wraps out here. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to get make a statement on it and I don't know the rules because I haven't checked into any rules. Yeah, Morningstar, if you're training in a gym and you got experienced partners, yeah, you know where you're at. If you're training in a gym, you're probably going to know more where you're at. Don't get you beat up. Let's see. So that's where we're at with our signups, guys. Let's talk about our videos. So as you know, I don't put out a video every single day. We don't have the capacity generally to. Oh, Champ's in the house, Division Cortez, the real lion. When I'm fighting in a gym, I'll be at level 3 in no time. 4-ounce gloves for MMA. Yes. 4-ounce minimum. Yes. I'm ready for sanctioned kickboxing. Hell yeah. Thank you for answering my question. No problem. Okay. Sorry, I just want to get to this next one. So our videos, depending on how many fights we have per month, is how often I release a video. If we have 30 fights in a month, I release a video every day. It's a big workload for me because I do all the planning, a lot of the matchmaking. Derek can cover the rules. Uh, my friends don't believe you subbed to me. How do I prove it? Have them watch this. I am subbed to you, OFA. I sub to your channel. I support. Look, guys. I'm going to say something really quick, and I want you guys to think about this. If you ever go places or get up to a level, I want you to think about this. So it doesn't take a whole lot to support somebody's dream. You can sub to their channel. You can give them a shout out. You can say, hey, check out OFA. They're trying to get into fighting and whatever. It doesn't take like a whole lot to boost somebody up. I can share, like Buddy V, he does interviews out at our events, every single event. So I share all of his events or all of his videos in my community tab. It's so easy. I just copy and paste it. And what that does is it comes up on people's feed, that video, and they can go watch it. And they're like, wow, I like these interviews with the Scrapyard fighters. That's pretty cool. And they'll go and subscribe to Buddy V's channel. So it helps him out. He supports us, that's what it's all about, guys. Even throwing these fights, it's helping the fighters out a lot. And I love seeing the fighters progress, get better, and move up. It's sad to see them go. And I like it when they stick around and that kind of stuff. But if your goal is to be a sanctioned MMA fighter or whatever, boxer, and you make it pro, don't forget about the people that helped you along the way. And just remember, you can always help those people out moving up. You can give them advice, whatever. It's not difficult. So always help out the people that you can. It's not hard. So all right, let me see what I missed. Reaper just got into the shipyard, so he's been busy. Oh, really? I need to talk to Reaper because I could meet up with him sometimes and do some sparring. I don't know about kickboxing, but the Reaper can kick. Yeah, he can. Hey, he might be up for that, Morningstar. Big Chief checking in. I hope you can make it. Dude, are you going to make it to our next event? October 23rd, man, sign up. I want to get you a match. I hope everything's going okay with what happened on the last event, but okay. So like I said, we put out a video like every day, every other day, depending on how many videos we get. People don't really understand how it works. I get messages like, hey, when's my video going to be out? Sometimes it's random who I pick for the next fight. Sometimes it's based on how long the fight is. Sometimes it's like, well, I just did a boxing match, so I'm gonna do an MMA match or a kickbox. If I put your fight out last, it's nothing personal, guys. It's nothing personal. And if I put in a grappling match before your fight, don't get offended because I got to mix those in with everything, or else people are like, oh, I watched 3 grappling matches at the end of the month. I don't want to do that to people. I'll be like, okay, I'll sneak this grappling match in here. Nobody's the wiser. I might try to do some stuff to spice those up a little bit. I might try to put some music in them or something. Let's see. Do you have anything for me? Slim Gotti. Yeah, we got people for you, Slim Gotti. For sure. I for sure. That's an easy weight. And I really want to see you fight again. So easy weight to match up. So I probably got like 8 or 9 videos left before the next event. Actually, I got to edit 2 explosives tonight, finish that one up. That one will go out in the morning. And then I'm actually going to have a couple people over to spar tomorrow. I think we're doing it at 3 or 4 p.m. So if you're interested in getting in on that, hit me up with a DM on Facebook. We can do a grappling match. It can go on the YouTube channel. Yeah, I know the fight's live. I really want to try to live stream, I might try to get myself a new GoPro. The GoPro 10, I guess, does 1080 live stream, but it also does 4K at 120 frames. That would look pretty good on our channel. Okay. Speaking of our channel, Seafood Dangerous, welcome to the chat. Whoop whoop. Brown belt in the house. I know you're actually a black belt, but Jonathan Mullins, what's up? Fire chicken, 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 chicken. Yeah, all the chickens. I love it. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for being a subscriber. Everybody that's commented, thank you for being a subscriber. You don't understand how much I appreciate it. Anyway, so our GoPro channel, love it or hate it. I know some people got some issues with some of the stuff we do in it, but what I'm trying to do is I got all these months and months and months of alternate angles of all these fights. And sometimes the fight don't look the same way when you watch it from a different angle. So you're basically getting to see the fight again, but you get to see it from a different angle. Sometimes you see some different stuff. Sometimes the fight looks different. Like, I scored it one way, but then I watched it from a different angle and it looked okay. But you also get to see all the bloopers, highlight, or we don't edit anything. So if somebody gets cup checked, you get to see all the pain and horror and how long it takes to actually make it through that. So it's basically like if you've had a fight in the scrapyard, it'll probably end up on the GoPro channel. But there were about 3 months when I had somebody else filming for us, and I did not get the alternate angle footage from them, and it is lost forever, from my understanding. I'm sad about that. I didn't have the hard drive space at the time. When I got the hard drive space, I asked about it, and they told me it got deleted like the day before. So that sucks. But you know what, Tiger, I would love to do that, but I really need somebody else to do it. Okay, so if anybody that can do stuff like that wanted to do the documentary, that would be really cool. I would love to do it, but I just I've taught myself how to video edit and everything, and it'd be like an autobiography if I did it. So, but I got all the footage and stuff. If anybody want to do that, they could get a hold of me and we could do it. So, but anyway, so our GoPro channel, it's steadily moving up. It's actually doing way better than I thought it would be. I thought, well, I might get a couple people watching these things, but no, a lot of people are actually watching them. Some of the videos, believe it or not, have like 40,000+ views. Like 2 weeks ago, 40,000 views. Like, I'm pretty sure some of the fights on the GoPro channel have more views than on our Scrapyard main channel, which is just crazy. It just shows you like what YouTube does. They take videos and they put them out there, and they don't put all of them out there. So that's why it's so random how videos go viral. But our GoPro channel, yes, it is creeping up on 2,000 subscribers. Hell, I just hit 1,000 like 2 weeks ago. So it's really moving up fast. A lot of people watching the videos, and I give weird titles with them, like these guys threw nothing but bombs the whole time. And usually in the description, I put the names of the fighters, but the title is meant to grab people and give them kind of something to look for in the fight. Cause they don't always associate the fighters' names with wanting to watch it. Name change. What do you mean, Derek? Oh, thank you, Mike. As I've said before, we're not competing with anybody. We're just trying to be the best scrapyard we can be. I try to listen to people and improve constantly. Thank you. You guys will notice, like, when somebody says something about us in the comments and being better than some, I don't like to comment on it because I don't want to put other people down. Like, the other branches of Streetbeefs are part of our family, and they have their own style vibe to them. And I think if you did what we do with our channel and everybody started doing it, then it would take away from the individuality of each of the channels. Because despite what one looks like or the other one, they're all getting views. Everybody's watching all the different channels. In fact, the Streetbeefs main channel, it isn't even close in comparison to like how many views they get compared to the other branches. It's just like way up here. They're on another level or two or three. So they know what they're doing. Hey, King Warlord from Canada. Oh, Golden Child. I actually, honestly, dude, I've had the flu that was worse than that before. So that's just me. Healthy immune system, you know. I mean, it sucked when I had it, but it's not the worst thing I've ever had. So I think, I honestly think like the flu was worse, throwing up and all that stuff. I feel like that was a lot worse. Somebody, man, I wish somebody would make a Streetbeefs game. Like, if there's any programmers in here that, yeah, actually, if there's any programmers or anybody in here that would actually want to take on a task like that, we could scrounge up donations and everything and try to get that on going. But you know, get a hold of me, Facebook. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm eating. My weight's back up. I'm back up to 185, but that's where I want to be. Yeah, sorry, man. It affects people different. I will say that. That's why it's really important to take care of your personal health. Try to stay in shape. Try to keep your lung capacity up. Try to eat right. Try to take your vitamins, dude. This is what you live inside is your body, and if you don't take care of your body, it's gonna fail you when you need it. We're put on this planet to take in certain things, and too many people take in too much garbage, and over time it has detrimental effects on the body. Too much alcohol, too much smoking, all that stuff. Golden Child, we do BJJ every event, so we're gonna do some tomorrow. I'm gonna do a little mini get together with some people. I got the day off, so let's see. I talk with Jens, and video game is in the mix. It's just on hold for now. Yeah, but we're not really included in that, Gimp. That I would like somebody to make a Scrapyard game, but that I gotta say the game that they were making looked really good, but it didn't. I mean, it wasn't us. It was the main branch. Dude, I want you to come out, Scorpio. I want to get some training in with you. Am I competing? Yeah, I will. Take care of your pyramid. I like that. Let's see. It's insane. Didn't affect her. Let's see. Are you competing? Yeah, I'm gonna do BJJ. I don't like to do boxing because I feel like at my own place, I don't like to do that. I did it once. I didn't really like. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just different with BJJ. I'm not gonna hurt anybody. Do you ever watch Kushi, the Indian wrestler special? I've never seen that, Golden Child. I want to see the African fight Scarecrow. They're not in the same weight class. African's about 185. Scarecrow's about 160, 165. Let's see. Are you for about the MMA heavyweight title? Yeah, man. We don't have an MMA title holder. You've had some fights, so why not? We need to get some of these belts out here, guys. I want to get some belt holders. I'm not just going to give people belts, but like if you fought in the Scrapyard and you've got some wins, you know, we got the potential of making it a title. So it never hurts to ask, right? Okay. So that's our GoPro channel. Subscribe if you want. I had somebody today say they unsubscribed to it. I was like, well, that's kind of rude because it's supporting us. I don't know what else to say. We have a 155 belt, Tiger Beats, and we have it in MMA, kickboxing, and boxing. So boxing is the current title holder in boxing is Golden Hands. He hasn't been around in a while. Trying to get him to come back. But if we find two title contenders that are in that weight, I will put the belt up. Same with MMA. We don't have currently an MMA. Or sorry, we do. We do have an MMA champion. That's Doughboy, but he's been out. These guys need to defend their belts more regularly, or else I have to put them up. But Too Explosive is next in line for the title fight, so you would have to fight Too Explosive for the title. What's your take on competing in multiple weight classes and belts? Okay, I'm going to make this statement right now. I'm glad you brought this up. When I first started with the belts and everything, I said I don't want any multi-belt holders. I said that. But you know what? I don't really care now. If you want to hold a different style of belt in a different weight class, that's fine. I'm going to allow it from now on. So if you're going to fight title fights, I got to talk to Derek and some other people about this, but our title fights got to be the same. So, like, if you're going to be the title holder, I don't know if having shin guards is going to be an option for title fights. But I don't know. That's something I haven't made a decision on yet. So, okay. So, I'm going to talk about Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. I know some people have been waiting for me to talk about this, and it's finally come up on my list. So here we go. So I followed the trilogy all the way from the beginning. I've watched every fight live. Let's see. Anyway, okay. So I've watched all of them live, and I'm going to give my takes on the two fighters. So I'll put it out there. I'm a Tyson Fury fan. I think he's entertaining, and I think he is. I think he's what boxing needs right now. The heavyweight division of boxing needs him right now. He's interesting to watch. He's 6'9". The guy is a monster, and he's got a dad bod, and his head movement's crazy, and he's got weight, he's got power. Then you got Deontay Wilder, 6 foot. I want to say 6'7". I might be wrong on that. 6'7", 6'6", 238, ripped. Dude is fast. That guy can throw a cross and or an overhand and knock somebody out before they even realize they got hit. I mean, it's instantaneous. But and he looks like what a fighter should look like. Tyson Fury, on the other hand, no. He looks like he'd be flipping burgers at a barbecue, drinking a beer, like, and it just goes to show you that it doesn't really matter what you look like. It's all about your conditioning. Those guys went 11 rounds, 3-minute rounds. And Tyson Fury did not look that gassed. Hey, what's up? Duchess, what's going on? Fedor Emelianenko, same deal. Dad bod. That don't matter, man. It don't matter. If you're conditioned and in shape, all that muscle mass looks great, but you know how much oxygen it takes to power those muscles. I mean, I'll be honest. Like when I first started MMA, I was really strong. I was fighting at 170. I had a 355-pound bench press. You can actually find that video on my GoPro channel if you want to find it. I had a 355 bench press, 400 and something squat. I was strong. People didn't like rolling with me because I was strong, and a lot of it was my technique. I know it's Pony Boy. Jeez. Even though I told you should change your name a long time ago. Man, I hope you guys are going to come out. Oh, Pony Boy. Hey, I got somebody that's interested in doing a title fight for heavyweight. So just saying, like, if you want to do MMA title fight this month, it's there. It's against Morningstar. Sorry to throw you into the bus, Morningstar, but anyway, when I was fighting back then, I was strong. I'd overpower my opponents, and I was using a lot of power wrestling. I would force people into positions that they didn't like, and then I would squeeze, and stuff would pop, and they didn't like it, and they'd tap. Now, I can't bench 355 anymore, but I can go as many rounds as I need to. I know how to box now. I didn't know how to box back then. My wrestling wasn't as good back then. My jiu-jitsu was okay, but my wrestling wasn't. So I learned how to wrestle since then. I've learned how to box since then. My kicks were probably better back then. Pony Boy. Oh, Hunter Cortez. Yes, the real lion. Have you guys met each other before? Hawaii representing on both fronts. So anyway, back to the Tyson Deontay fight. Anyway, so the first fight, man, Tyson. This is my perspective on it. The first fight. Tyson Fury was working Deontay Wilder, and then like the 11th round, boom, knockout. And I mean, Tyson Fury was knocked out. He was out cold. He's Deontay Wilder celebrating. He's up on the ropes. And then it was like a scene from WWE or WWF, The Undertaker. Tyson Fury got up. Controversial on the time, but whatever. You might say it was over, but it might have been right there. Whatever. Anyway, he got up and he finished the round. And then he finished the fight. And it ended up being a draw. So Deontay Wilder got to keep the title. Second fight. So what Tyson Fury said in an interview is that I learned how to beat Deontay Wilder at the end of our first fight after he knocked me out. I learned that if you push him forward, the guy can't fight going backwards. So Tyson Fury comes into the second fight against Deontay Wilder, and he implements his game plan that he came up with at the end of the first fight, and he pushes Deontay Wilder back, and Deontay Wilder just doesn't know how to deal with it. And he mops the floor with Wilder, and it was a pretty quick fight. Wilder blamed everything. I mean, my costume was too heavy. My leg hurt. My coach threw in the towel. Dude, it was like, but what the reality of it was is that Tyson Fury's a smart guy, and he figured out how to beat Wilder at the end of that first fight. So he took advantage of it in the second fight, and he ended up winning the title. So that left them with one draw and one win for Tyson Fury. But since Deontay Wilder was the former champion, he was entitled a rematch. He took the rematch. They had to take the rematch. That just happened last night. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. Skip forward if you don't want to hear it. It was a really good fight. I think kind of earlier on, Tyson Fury knocked down Deontay Wilder once. And that's when and then he looked, after that, Deontay Wilder looked wobbly. He didn't look like he was quite there. Like, I think that messed with his equilibrium or something, but Anyway, you can't ever count Deontay Wilder out. And I think like the 5th or 6th round, he caught Tyson Fury with a right and knocked him down. Tyson was not looking too good at that point. He got up, comes out, boom, got knocked down again. Now you're biting your fingernails. You're like, whoa, this is about ready to end. I mean, if you're not watching it live, yeah, you might want to pause it or something. I don't know. Plug your ears, just like this. I'll give you a thumbs up when it's over. So then you're thinking like, man, one more knockdown and that's it, you know. And anyway, the round ends, and I'm really impressed with the way that Tyson Fury recovers. He recovers very quickly from getting knocked down. I think that's the level of his conditioning, to be honest. Deontay Wilder didn't, slow count, whatever. He was up. He was up, and they were asking him if he's okay and that kind of stuff. So I'm not gonna go into the slow count thing. Whatever. I believe that he made the count. Anyway, so fast forward, 11th round. 11th round. Tyson Fury knocks out Deontay Wilder, and that was it. Pretty much ending the feud right there. So where do we go from here? I think Deontay Wilder needs to fight Anthony Joshua. And then I think that Tyson Fury needs to fight for the other titles. Those are the matchups to make. You could throw Andy Ruiz in there too. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say about the Tyson Fury fight. I was really impressed with it. It's one of the best heavyweight fights I've ever seen. And if you get a chance to watch it, do it. Okay, there. In case anybody was actually plugging their ears. I want to talk about East Coast versus West Coast. Damn, Streetbeefs. Like, I even messaged Esteban and told him these fights were freaking fire, man. They were off the hook. The hype that went into them all, the way it all turned out, everything was perfect. Props to both sides. Props to Heart in the Fight. Everybody on the OG branch, everybody on the West Coast for making the trip. Everybody fought their hearts out. It was phenomenal, and I'll talk. I don't know. Let's talk about a couple of the fights. So I'm gonna pull them up really quick on a different browser, and then just kind of go through them. I don't know if I'm not gonna give you the results of them because I think you guys should watch them if you haven't watched them already. All right, guys. Streetbeefs. Okay, let's see here. Gotta go back here because they had a lot of fights. Let's see. All right, little cray cray. This isn't an East or West thing right here, but if you don't know who Little Cray Cray is, he is like an independent boxer that has a YouTube channel. Shout out Little Cray Cray. I don't know if you watch our stuff, but I've been a fan of yours for a while. I think you're a great boxer, very, very talented. So, yeah, I'm glad you got out to Streetbeefs and got some matches in. But it was really cool seeing you in the ring. You did an awesome job. They put him up against Little Mac. Little Mac is their champion over there. And that was a really good match. That's all I'm going to say is that was a really good match. Really technical match. Check it out. Fair Play versus Adam. Okay, not an East versus West. But this is what happens when I'm pointing at you. You are the hater that talks smack about the fighters on our videos. Except this guy actually showed up to fight. His name was Adam. He showed up to fight. I got to say, like, that takes some balls, you know, if you actually make it out and back yourself up. So it don't take nothing to talk. You can say what you want, but can say what you want, but yeah, sorry, I had a message there. What's up, Chris Burton? The gate. Oh, hey, Tiger Beats. I'm getting to that, man. Hey, what's up, Scarecrow? Scarecrow's like one of our OGs out here at the Scrapyard, along with Karate Gandalf. And who else? Yeah, OG. Oh, anyway, so I was going over the fights. That's what I was doing. Anyway, so he got to fight a troll. Isn't that awesome? It worked out. They both made it, and I think you should check that fight out. That's probably one of my favorites from that event. Oh, I can't even say that. There's so many good ones. Bad News versus Weto. Man, that was a great fight too. It's hard for me to tell you like how it went without giving away the outcome of the fight. Let's see, Wolverine versus El Coyote. Oh, geez, that one did not go the way I thought it would. Beach versus Mook. Awesome fight. I mean, you know Beach. You know what to expect in that. Hey, what's up, Sasquatch?
Your kids are not dead. I returned them. They almost killed me, though. We went to Boom Shaka.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so tired.
So, Shinigami versus... I'm live. Shinigami versus... Oh, I'm going to come down a little bit.
Oh, I have to go home. I have homework.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
thanks for bringing them back in one piece.
Yeah. Caden almost killed Amelia, though.
Ooh.
He'll tell you all about it.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Later. Shinigami versus Striking Viking. It's a short fight. I'll just say that. You can check it out. Let me know what you think. Man, you guys can DM me and just tell me what you thought of all these different ones. Mustache versus the Olympian. That was great. I gotta. Some of these I haven't seen. Yeah, I gotta get back and watch some of these, to be honest, guys. So, my overall opinion of the West versus East was it was 100% success. 10 out of 10. Fire Chicken, 2 thumbs up. Sasquatch gives it a thumbs up too. I'm gonna go film study the Terrifier. Thanks, Mike. I'm working hard. Get back in fight shape. Wolverine versus Wolf was slam. Wait, Wolverine versus Wolf. Wolverine versus Wolf? I didn't see that. Was that his older fight, though? No. Unless you're calling El Coyote Wolf. But, yeah, maybe he is. Yeah, but Morningstar, the problem is, that could happen. I'm not going to say that could never happen. It could. Hey, what's up, Gash? Another OG, Gash, in the house. Nice to see you on here. Oh, no, it's cool, man. I thought he fought somebody else named Wolf. So I couldn't remember the name of the person that he fought originally. And for some reason, I thought it was Wolf. Okay. Now we're to our Halloween event, everybody. That is... I know Gumby. Hey, Gumby, if you watch this, I know you like this. Anyway, Halloween event, October 23rd. It's going down in the Scrapyard. Whoop, whoop. It's going down. So, it's going to be, I want to get your opinions on a couple different things, guys. So, for our Halloween event, I bought a few things. Okay, this is where, like, when I said, hey, the pin message, I was like, hey, donations really help because there is cost involved with the Scrapyard. And I went out and purchased some stuff for the scrapyard out of my own pocket just to make it more betterer. Yeah, I said that. I don't care. Anyway, Lester, you are correct. Ding, ding, ding. Yes, so I did buy it's a low rising fog machine. So what it's going to do is it's basically going to pump fog in, and it's going to stay at a low level, like a graveyard. I don't want to run that during the fights. I don't think it'll interfere with the fights at all, really. But we'll test it out. Maybe we won't run it during the fights. Maybe we'll just have it put some fog into the cage. I don't know. We'll have to see. But basically, yes. So I have that. I bought a heater, a stand-up, like an 8-foot propane heater for the cold, for the fighters, for the fans to stand around. I had to buy the propane tank, and I'll have to refill the propane tank every single event. Also, like the Porta Potty gets pumped every event or every other event. I bought I'm buying a custom tarp, but it's going to be a different fabric. It's going to go like 6 feet above the ring. You're not going to see it in the videos, but it's going to help keep rain off the fighters. That's going to be expensive. That's going to be like $300. But hey, you know what? It's worth it because I want to try to keep the fighters as comfortable as possible. So same with the spectators in the corners and stuff, when they're out in between fights, maybe getting around a heater. Hey, it's gonna get cold in the winter months, and I don't want people to shy away from the scrapyard just because it's cold out. I want people to come out and fight. So we got to keep this thing going through the winter time. Plus, you want to get on the Wall of Fame, right? I mean, 8 wins, unless you're a traveler. If you're traveling from out of state, you get on there with 7 wins. Thank you, Dan. That's awesome. I like hearing that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that as well. We already talked about East versus or West Coast versus Scrapyard, but let me talk about this really quick. So next year we're probably going to be doing another Virginia invasion. I talked about it a little bit earlier. Do you pay for gas? I do. I pay for the propane. Yeah. I got a couple heaters now. Actually, I bought 2, but yeah, I do pay for gas. So we're thinking about going and taking a group out to Virginia again next year. I don't know on the date. I kind of think it would be cool to do, what is it? June again, even though it was hot as fuck. The cicadas were out and bugs were flying in my face, but that was a cool experience. Hey, Scarecrow with the donation of $20. Thank you so much. That really helps out. So that right there, like $20, man, that's like, think of it as like getting the propane tank filled and having heat the whole event. So that's awesome. Thank you so much. But I want to get a group of fighters together to travel. Oh, do you pay for gas? No, we take the plane. I don't want to drive over to the East Coast, to be honest. But I do pay for gas in my car. Yeah, I do. Which is really expensive right now. Like the gas station next to my house is $4.40 a gallon. Yeah, it's insane. I like to travel too. But anyway, we'll get a group of people, and it'll be anybody that wants to come with us and ask any of the fighters that went with us last time. It was so much fun. Other than like Doughboy, he got his wallet stolen, which really sucked. Some of the fighters, didn't turn out the way that they wanted it to, but I'm pretty sure everybody had a good time other than that. I got a chance to meet some really cool people over there. I wish I would have got a chance to hang out more with like some of the OG OGs, OG Yard OGs. but it is what it is. I know everybody's strapped on time, but yeah, great time, cool people. Went out to eat. We had a great time. I mean, I can't say much more than that. But this time I want to make it bigger. I want to do as many people want to go as possible, and you just got to come up with your plane ticket and pitch in on rooms, and we'll make it happen. We'll invade the East Coast. We'll bring some West Coast fighters with us. We'll do it all, man. I'm pumped about that one too. See, I got a message here. Let's see. I don't know about driving to Virginia. That's a long ways. I'm okay with a plane flight, sucking up some radiation, but yeah. So anyway, for the West Coast, I don't know if I gave it. It was May 21st is when the West Coast is invading the Scrapyard. We don't have a date set for July or for June, but that's probably going to be whatever day that they throw an event in June over there. So, how about our channel? I mean, I pay attention to it every day. I'm always trying to do stuff, make more people notice us. Always trying to collaborate and all that. But currently, our channel is at almost 55,000 subscribers. How about a round of applause? That's awesome, you guys. To put it into perspective, at the beginning, in December of last year, somebody said, "What's your goal for 2020? How many subscribers do you want to have on your channel by the end of 2020?" And I said, "Man, I really, really wish and hope that we had 10,000 subscribers. I would just, by the end of 2021, if we have 10,000 subscribers, I'll be so pumped." And we wound up with, I mean, we still got like 3 months left, and it's 55,000. I think we can hit 75,000. But I never thought, like, but all this grinding that we do, you guys putting awesome performances in the ring, me trying my best to edit it, and the promotion and the sharing, it all adds up. And now we got the GoPro channel, which I think is only going to help the main channel, and they're going to help each other out. It'll get fighters exposure out there even more. So, with the GoPro channel, I'm not putting up any of the premium access stuff right away. So, premium access members, if you're not familiar with that, if you want to see the fights if you want to see all the fights the day after they're filmed or the second day after they're filmed, and from an alternate angle, unedited, I have a paid access. It's $2.99 a month, and it's just covering the cost of me having to spend an entire day of uploading footage onto my YouTube channel. And I put it there for, no, we don't go down to 8 ounce. Sorry. 12 ounce is the lowest I'm going to go for boxing and kickboxing. It's not a paywall. Like, you still get to see all the fights within a month. So every fight we film, but it takes me a whole month to edit all these fights and put them out. So it's just a thing that if people want it, it's there, and you can watch the alternate angles of it the day after. And I'm just being compensated for the time that it takes me to put that footage on YouTube. So I'm not keeping anything from anybody, and everybody gets to see the fights for free. So I don't push people to do it. If it's something you want, it's there. If you don't want it, don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, but it does help the channel out. It supports us, and all these people commenting that have different belts and emojis with the fire chicken and that stuff. I put all that stuff in there for kind of just to distinguish you apart from a regular subscriber. So the longer you're subscribed, the higher level your belt gets. I don't think anybody's got the next belt yet. It's after brown, but it's an interesting one. So yeah, anyway, it's there if you want it. If you don't want it, that's cool. You'll get to see the fights anyway. Future events. Okay, so we got fights coming up in November and December. Now, granted, you all know we have holidays during those months at the end of the month. Our fights are always at the end of the months. That's just how we do them. We do them from the 20th to the 31st, somewhere in between there. Whatever Saturday we want to do them in, wherever it falls. So with November, December, they're going to be somewhere between the 10th and the 20th. Actually, yeah. So I'm thinking December 11th, if that's Saturday. I think that's the one I decided on. And November 20th or the weekend before that. No, you're a subscriber, but that just being a subscriber to the channel is awesome. No limit. Hey, no limit. I might have a match for you on the on this event if you want it. It's a tough match though. So eat your Wheaties, get in shape. I'm not saying you got to take the match, but DM me and I'll tell you who it is. And if you say no, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Legit throw a comment up for the algorithm just about every fight. So anyway, those are going to be our future events. Those are the ones that are going to come up. And then January, who knows? It's going to be somewhere between the 20th, my birthday, and the 30th in January. That would be cool. I want to see what, I know it's not on Saturday. So I think I just had a Saturday birthday a couple years ago. So January is going to be like the 22nd, most likely. Most likely the 22nd. February is going to be on the 29th. No, just kidding. It's not a leap year. Probably like on the 26th. Yeah, so that's where we're at there. I'd be freaking down. Fight the weekend before the 20th for MMA and title in November. I thought you wanted to do the title this month. Do you have cutman and handlers, or is it that one that on the fighter ring? We don't have ring girls. We just never had them. We have people that are qualified to do cuts and that kind of stuff. Our referees, they're qualified to handle any of the cuts. If a person brings a cornerman with them, they can handle it, but we handle it too if there's nobody to handle it. Hands legit wrapped, yes. So that's more on the fighter. We do have people that will wrap hands for free. Always at the events. That's an option. But if a fighter just wants to not wrap their hands, if they didn't buy hand wraps and they say, I don't care. I mean, to be honest, I don't think for boxing anyway, we don't get a lot of broken hands. It's mainly MMA. MMA tends to that. Yeah, because you're punching at weird angles and stuff, and yeah, we don't need ring girls. We don't, I'm pretty sure if I cut out all the intros of the fights and just put the raw footage of the fight in there, that we would have just as many people watching. That's what people want to see. They want to see the fights. Yeah, 4-ounce gloves. They can be tough on your hands. That's what people want to see is the fights. But I want to give people more of an experience than just watching the fights. I want slow motion replays. I want stats, And like I said, I'm always trying to find different ways to make things better. I try to listen to you guys. I really do. All right, I'm going to talk about some drama in the group without pointing fingers or anything like that. Okay. We got our rules, guys. The events, our group, our Facebook group, which is at 20,000 members now. That picked up like 10,000 members in the last few months. But anyway, so we've got this general respect level that we abide by in order to be part of our group. Basically, if you can't respect the establishment, aka me and putting on the fights and our rules our judges and our referees. If you can't respect that, you're not going to last in this group, because we don't want you here. We want people that respect each other, that make it a positive environment. Now I understand sometimes, with a fight group, sometimes tempers flare, sometimes people say things, but here's what I want. If that's you and Fire Chicken or Anomaly or somebody gets in the middle, you guys better respect the fact that we're in there and that we're trying to stop any arguing from happening. We're not going to have fights breaking out. That's not going to happen. That's absolutely not going to happen. We're not going to have it. Peace, love, and positivity. I like that. No limit. We're all here to try to get something from this experience, whether it's meeting new people, move up to the next level, whatever. There's just, if you want to fight somebody, that's fine. If you say, hey, I got a beef with this guy, but the going back and forth like this, no. I'm a white belt. I'm a no stripe white belt because I've never been in a gym with a gi on long enough to get promoted. I'm no gi. So I'm technically no limit. Who you got for me? I'll tell you. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So drama-free environment, and I get with more people, we're gonna have more drama, but I want you guys to pump the brakes on that shit, because you'll get your fights. You'll get who you want to get, but there's a way to go about it. And when you guys are arguing, be careful about what you're saying, because that comes down to the language in the group and all that. I don't want things said to each other that's so degrading that you wouldn't say it, in a group of random people. Like it doesn't look good for us. It doesn't look good for you. We need to be able to handle this stuff, take care of it, and you'll get your fights. You'll get your fight. You'll get to handle your beef. And then when the beef's done, it's done. And if somebody flares it up after that, they're gone, because I'm not going to have this back and forth. People keep putting these little remarks in here, starting the whole thing over again. That's not going to happen. So respect the rules, respect the Scrapyard, respect Sasquatch and Fire Chicken. Exactly, Harley. So I got to ask, does anybody got any final questions for the Fire Chicken? Again, thank you to Scarecrow for the donation. That was really cool. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna go to an hour and 20 minutes. Right now we're an hour and 18 and a half minutes. So you guys got about a minute and a half to come up with a question. Well, I don't know, man. We got a couple other people that'd be interested in fighting the Wolverine. So Gimp is only like 145, and the oh shit, no limit. Okay, we got a confirmed match for October 23rd, people. It's No Limit versus Jay Gotham. How long have I been doing jiu-jitsu? I started jiu-jitsu in 2005. I've been doing jiu-jitsu since then, not consistently though. I'm not going to rate myself on what belt level I'm equivalent to. You guys can watch my grappling videos. Although you guys haven't even seen, like, I haven't really turned it up yet. But I need to get more consistent training in with my grappling. But I pretty much said I'll take on just about anybody in grappling. And you've seen me go against guys that are like 250. The A-Train fight. That's a good question, King Warlord. Sorry I skipped out on your remark earlier, but I was in the middle of something and I never got back to it. So I apologize. I trained down in Aberdeen at a gym, and they're not a jiu-jitsu gym. They're a different martial art, but I learned jiu-jitsu through them and I focused on jiu-jitsu. So I guess you could say that. Later on, I got into, sometimes I don't go there. I was actually going to go yesterday, but I didn't go. But Gig Harbor MMA, they're a really good jiu-jitsu place. Okay. I was going to answer this. The A-Train fight against WA. So WA looked really good. He's a great fighter. A-Train, you got to see him kick, and A-Train's got some great kicks. So how A-Train likes to approach his victims, I should say, he likes to fight people as a counter puncher, counter kicker. He likes to, anyway, he's a counter puncher. Okay. He likes to conserve energy. He's, very technical. He's got a lot of stamina. He's got he's really smart about figuring people out. So WA went in as an aggressive fighter, which is the opposite of what you want to do against A-Train. I understand everyone wants to take it to A-Train, catch him off, and knock him out. But the guy is exceptionally good and professional level, and you're not going to, probably most likely not going to do it. You're not going to get what you want. And if you continue to press forward, you will get tired. You watch my fight with A-Train and people are like, wow, you guys weren't even going 100%. Well, actually, we're both counterpunchers. So at least in boxing. So, it doesn't make for an exciting match when both of us are trying to watch that fight. We both had our hands blocking everything. We were trying to trick each other, and once in a while we'd get a punch in, but it was more of a chess match with that one. It was a real chess match. So, I was at SBG Portland for a while. I couldn't, at least 2 classes because of work. Gosh, watch how he did it though. He made WA drop his left hand. Yeah, he did a freaking A-Train did a punch to me. It was like he put his hand out and he pulled it back, and then it was like a pull punch or something. He did that to me in our fight. He's just really smart about baiting out his opponent and taking advantage of it. That's why I kept a pretty good guard, and I used a lot of elbow blocks and my Philly shell with him. All right. What do we got? Oh, wow. I said 120 and now we're at 123. See what happens when you guys ask questions. I get on a ramble and that's it. Now, all right, the gate's out. Fly me out there, all expenses paid. Yeah, I don't think so. No offense, man, but if I did that to everybody that wanted to come out here, I'd be a broke chicken. There's street beefs all over. I mean, they're on different parts of the country, but in the middle, on the east and on the west. So if you want to fight in street beefs, you got to get out here on your own. I mean, hell, last event we had people fly out from Texas, from Arkansas, lots of different places. I'm not going to ask Scarface. Thing is though, like, who are you? I'm not trying to be mean, but like, it costs a lot of money. It would cost a lot of money for us to be able to fly out and put people in hotels and pay for their food and all that. And like, what do we get out of it? Because I mean, unless you're like a famous YouTuber or unless you're a big name or something, it's like, Why would we just open up our pockets and dish out money to anybody that wants it? That makes no sense. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so if you want to fight, get out here and fight. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Also, I was talking about the October 23rd event, and I think I moved on. So it's a Halloween-based event. Fighters can wear costumes in the ring. Some of them are going to wear different shirts as kind of a dress-up thing. I don't recommend fighting in a mask unless you're confident it's not going to fly. So they just had this happen in Virginia. They had a masked fighter, and it didn't last very long. None of that stuff lasts very long. Speaking of, I'm sorry to go back and forth like this, but, like Gash, for instance, she came from Wisconsin last couple events ago, all the way from Wisconsin just to fight in the Scrapyard. So I just wanted to put that out there. But anyway, the spooky event. So there's going to be Halloween based. I'm going to be in costume. I'm going to announce the fights in costume. I'm going to probably have that low-level fog going in the ring during the fights. Going to have Halloween stuff set up. You're gonna know that it's Halloween time when you watch the fights. Yeah, I'm sorry, Gash. They're a big part of our family, aren't they? I got an old dog right now, and we've had him for 11 years, and I'm gonna be sad to see him go. I'm sure your opponent will. I'm pushing everybody. Like, if somebody fights in a Spider-Man costume, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I think it'd be awesome if Spider-Man fought Batman or something. DC versus Marvel. Come on. Anybody check out What If? The music stuff's tough because it's copyrighted. Anybody check out the Marvel What If stuff? Face paint's easy. Yeah, face paint would be easy. That would be cool. The Joker. Yes. Hey, Caleb, I got you. I got you. I got you. Oh, Amazon versus UPS. That'd be funny. Nobody even mentions FedEx. They took out our bridge. I don't like FedEx anymore. So how do I message you in private? Pick what fight? I guess. You can message me on Instagram at Streetbeefs_Scrapyard. That'll probably be the best way. Oh, USPS, they'd show up like 2 days late. FedEx, your stuff will be smashed into a cube, but USPS will show up 2 days late. So, okay. So unless you guys got anything else, we're gonna wrap this shindig up, dude. I'm telling you guys, if you're a fighter, sign up for October 23rd. I'm just being real. This event is gonna be monumental for the Scrapyard. It's gonna be one of our best events. Gash versus Harley Quinn. There you go. I do. You could find me in the Street Beef Scrapyard Facebook group. Yeah, Doctor Strange is I don't even know if you can consider him Doctor Strange anymore. I called that whole thing though. I watched all those and I'm like, somebody's like, well, they left them all so open. I'm like, yep, I know what's gonna happen. I figure stuff out pretty quickly. I start a new job tomorrow. I'm healing from a wrist injury. Right on, Maine. Awesome. I'm locked out of Insta. Oh, you're locked out of Insta? Make a new one. I don't use Insta that often, to be honest. Pretty much just if I get a bunch of pictures, I'll post them up. Like I do a spurt of them. Oh, also, fighters, Gash, if you're on here, I have all the pictures from the event that Gash, the Gate versus Brickhouse, that event. I have all the pictures for, still pictures. So if you guys want them, hit me up in a DM and I'll send it through WeTransfer because it's a big file, but I'll get you your pictures and then you can do with them whatever you want. So, all right, guys. That's about all I got tonight. So I got to finish editing 2 explosive videos so I can put it out at about 11 a.m. tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to do a premiere on it. I think I'm just going to drop it. I think the premieres work better when we premiere longer videos. So, Fire Chicken's about to roll. I actually can't do that. So I don't know what that's like. I'm the one that posts in there. It's Steve. All right. I'm going to get off here, though. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for contributing to the chat, especially Scarecrow for the $20 donation to the Scrapyard to help cover all the stuff that costs money. And, shout out to everybody that commented tonight because I know you're subscribed to the channel. That's awesome. Shout out to our paid members. That's awesome. So I will see you on the next one. Fire Chicken out.